Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best budget cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM here on this tier list. We got about 40 of the best budget cards in MyTEAM, the Emeralds, Sapphires, and a couple Golds, who are the best options right now in MyTEAM. So, going to give you all my opinion on these cards, hoping we see a lot more good budget cards, especially at the center position coming soon, because holy crap, these centers are awful. We really need some decent budget bigs, but outside of that, there are some pretty good budget cards in MyTEAM. Starting off with Al Harrington, who's a pretty good one. I mean, he's like probably A tier, maybe B. I don't know, A or B tier. He's a good card still. Al Harrington, I mean, he's got 85 driving dunk, 80 something shot three. He's a very nice release, and he's a very good dunker. Not fast, not a great defender at all, but he is a very, very capable card. Andrea Bargnani is like 25 speed, I'm pretty sure. I think he might actually be 25 speed, which is really, really slow. What he can do is shoot the ball, which is really, really nice, but he doesn't do much else beside that. Does have decent interior, good standing. If he wasn't 27 speed, he would be a very, very solid card, but unfortunately, that's really slow. Ben Gordon's probably B tier. This card's not bad. Not great. Really haven't seen people talk about him, but he's not terrible. 82 speed, excel, 81 shot three. He can dunk wide open. He doesn't play any defense, though. He can shoot, and he has decent speed. He's got a couple decent playmaking badges and stuff as well, but he's not a great card. I do know that Dwight Powell base is good, but I don't think he's a great card. Bobby Dandridge is better than Al Harrington, so I'd say he's A. Al Harrington's probably going to wind up getting moved down to B. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, 73 speed, 74 excel is incredible. He's not a great shooter either, but he's a decent dunker, has good defense. I think animation-wise is good. The Langford base is very good. Movement isn't very good, though. No, this card's not A tier. I lied. He's B tier. He's just not very good. S tier, Brandon Jennings, so best budget point guard in the game for sure. 89 speed. He's got a good three ball. He's got Patty Mills release, which is amazing. Elite movement. Talked about this card on my channel a ton. If y'all haven't heard me talk about him, then I don't know where you've been, to be honest, because I've been talking about this Brandon Jennings card a ton. My favorite budget point guard in the game right now. Definitely a good option for the S tier. Charlie Ward is actually like legitimately good. Like I almost think when you have him evoed, which I should have included the evoed version, I put the gold, but I meant to put the emerald. He's 6'2", 83 speed, excel, 81 shot three. Can't dunk, but defensively not bad. Has silver clamps, glove, pick dodger, and bronze interceptor, gold challenger, silver catch and shoot. Card's a beast. Really, really nice budget point guard. A tier for sure. Darius Miles is S tier. It's a budget Giannis. He's got a 59-3, okay release. Everything else is great. He's fast, versatile defender, elite dunker. Really, really nice card. Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins is terrible. Slow, can't shoot. That's all you need to know. Again, I forgot to upgrade him too, but D Brown honestly is borderline S tier. I think he might be S tier among the budget cards right now, man. 85 driving dunk, good speed, can hit an open three. Not a bad defender either. Pretty solid card. Del Curry's a pure shooter. Doesn't do a lot else besides shoot the ball, but he's very, very good at shooting it. Has a nice release. Not super fast, not a great defender. Not going to really dunk the ball at all, but he's going to shoot the crap out of it, which is really nice. So I think that's a B tier guy. Desmond Mason is probably A tier. Again, I keep forgetting to put the evoed versions of all these cards, all these budget cards that I put on here. But 78 speed, 71 shot three, 90 driving dunk. Defensively, not amazing. I don't think he's quite A tier, honestly. I think he's B tier. He's a very good dunker, can shoot an open three, not the worst defender in the world, not super slow, and has a good release, but I think that's probably fair for B. This Fat Lever card, I had somebody specifically DM me a few days ago about that Fat Lever and how good he was. With that being said, he's big at 6'3" with a 6'8" wingspan, and he is fast, and he's a good defender. Is he going to do much in terms of shooting and dunking? Not really. He can shoot okay. He's not really going to dunk, but defensively, he's nice, and he is big, and he is fast, so that is nice, and he can hit a wide open three. Does have Trae Young dribble style as well, so he's not horrific, but he's not good. C tier for him probably. Another guy who's probably C tier, although maybe B, is Glenn Rice. Pure shooter. That's it. I wouldn't say this card's insane. I mean, say 82 shot three, but outside of that, he's slow. He's not a good dunker. He's not a good defender. And honestly, the release, while good, is not unbelievable. I think that's definitely a C tier. Grant Williams, I know he's not amazing. Generally, Grant Williams cards have actually been good. I remember Gold Grant Williams was a beast a couple years ago, but this card, 66 speed and excel, not a great dunker. Okay defender. Okay-ish on the perimeter. Does have an 83. He's not horrific. He's not great, though. I think, again, B tier is probably fair. Gus Williams kind of sucks. I'm going to be honest. Does he suck enough to be D tier? I'm not sure. But he's pretty small. He's very fast, and he does have 80 perimeter, 80 lateral quickness. Can't dunk and can't shoot, though. You can't dunk and can't shoot at point guard. That is a liability, especially with basic dribble style. He's going D tier. I don't care that he's 90 speed. Where's Grant? I think Horace is good enough to go C tier. I don't think he's particularly good, but I did watch one of my buddies get dogged out by this card, which is really funny. 52 speed and excel, 36 shot 3, 84 standing out, 88 interior. And he's not actually C tier, he's D tier. Gold anchor's nice. He's a good interior defender, but he does nothing else. He's basically budget Andrew Bogut. He's terrible, but it was funny watching one of my friends get dogged out by Horace Grant a couple days ago. Jameer Nelson, C tier or D tier, I'm not really sure. 6-footer, he's small, can't dunk, defensively mid, but 84 speed, 85 shot 3 is nice. Playmaking badges are good. Catch and shoot, Romeo Langford base. Yeah, he's C tier. He's good enough as a shooter and probably a shot creator with a nice enough release where I'd say he is a C tier card. Gonna go S tier, honestly, for Jay Rich. Yeah, I think I'll leave him S tier. I think that's fair. I like Jay Rich. I think he's probably like your second or third best budget shooting guard in the game. He's super athletic with a nice release and a decent enough defender with some playmaking ability as well. Not a bad card. Jordan Poole is pure offense. I don't think he's bad, but he doesn't have an insane release, and he's a pure offense card, so I definitely think at best he's a B tier guy. The easiest S tier, one of the easiest S tiers anyway, one of my favorite budget cards in the game is this Emerald Jordan Walsh. I love this card. I think you can play at the highest level. I think you can play this card competitively for sure. Really nice release, 80 plus interior, perimeter, and lateral quickness. Defense at a high level. Really, really good card. Keegan Murray's a really nice pick and pop power forward who can dunk the ball at a pretty high level. He's significantly better than Al Harrington. Al Harrington needs to be moved down a tier, I'm going to be honest, as does Grant Williams, I think. So we're going to adjust that accordingly. Kelly Tripucka, all-around card. Not a bad all-around card. Not an insane all-around card. I would say he's kind of a worse Kelly Tripucka, or not a worse, what's his name? He came out yesterday. The Rudy Tomjanovich. There we go. 79 speed and excel, 83 shot 3, 80 driving dunk, decent defender. Not a good defender, but he's okay-ish defensively. He's an okay card. He's not great, but I'm on the budget cards. He's actually not bad. He's an A-tier type of guy. Kevin Martin, I know all he does is really shoot. Not going to really do anything else, and his release is not amazing. I know that. But he does have 80 speed, and he has a 65 driving dunk. He's not horrific. Is he better than... Nah, he doesn't play enough defense to be any higher than B tier. I'm putting KP and C, despite the fact that I'd like to put him higher because he still has 25 speed. This KP is basically the same as the Series 1 Emerald that people were using, except he's got more badges. That's pretty much the only difference, is he's got a few more badges. A few shooting badges. He is a nice shooter and has a nice release, but he's so slow and so poor defensively. I understand he can shoot, he's 7'3", but no. S tier for Marcus Smart, maybe the best budget card in the game right now. He is 6'4" at shooting guard, so I wish he could play point guard, but he's got a really nice release, good movement, and he's an absolutely elite level defender. Really, really good card. Definitely an S tier type of guy. Matt Barnes is an A tier type of guy. He's got a super fast release, and he's a good perimeter defender. A really nice budget 3-and-D card. Not at the level of a guy like Jordan Walsh 3-and-D wise, but pretty good. Max Christie's actually pretty good too. This is another card that I feel like people have pretty much overlooked and don't really talk about at all at the shooting guard position, but he's 6'5" with 82 speed and an 84 3-ball and a 75 driving dunk. Doesn't really do much defensively, but offensively he's actually really nice and has a good release as well. So pretty good card. Michael Cooper, 3-and-D shooting guard. Not much else. He is slow, but he defends at a very high level, has really good defensive badges, and his release is nice and smooth. And honestly, I think he's good enough to be A tier. I really do. His defensive badges are way better than you would expect on an Emerald card. He's got gold chase, challenger chase artist clamps, silver ankle braces, pogo stick workhorse, gold pick doctor as well. Really, really nice budget card there. Mike Miller, pure shooter, doesn't do anything else, but he's so good as a shooter. He's probably the best shooter on the list in terms of being a super fast release. He's also 6'8" and can play the shooting guard position, which is really, really good size. Mo Williams, don't know really anything about this card. I have not used him, but 80 speed, 81 shot 3, can't dunk, can't defend. That's not very good. Not crazy fast. Drogic base is good. That is good. I still think top of C is probably fair for him, though. Nick Van Exel I have used. He's a little faster than the guy like Mo Williams, a little bit... I think he's a little better of a shooter as well. I think he's got a better release. I like this Nick Van Exel card's release. I think he's really, really good. I think Rafe LaFrance is the best budget center on the list, and he's only B tier. So I'm just saying that should tell you what's up with the center position. He's too slow. He's got a really nice release, and he's okay on the interior, but he's too darn slow. 41 speed. He's lucky to be put B tier, to be completely honest. Robert Pack's like 80 speed, 80 dunk, 83 ball, about like a little bit low 80 on most of those. I think he's got an 80 driving dunk, a 70-something 3-ball, and a 70-something speed. He's kind of okay in all of those areas, but not good in any of them. Really, he's just a mediocre C tier type of card. Sam Cassell is also a pretty mediocre option. 6'3", a little slow, not a great shooter, can't dunk, not a great defender. He's got good size, and he's got a nice wingspan, but he's not a great card. Steph Curry, I'm going to give Steph B because of the fact that he's got really nice SIGs, and I feel like he moves really, really well, and he's got a really good release. His stats and his badges are, well, his stats are really bad. His badges, shooting-wise and playmaking-wise to a certain extent, are very good, but he's got to go B tier right now. I can't have him higher than B at this point. Tony Kukoc is 6'10" at small forward. That's his most valuable attribute, is simply the fact that he's 6'10" at small forward, because he's not amazing. He's slow and he's a bad defender, and he's not a great dunker. He can shoot open, which is good, but he is pretty bad, and I think he's still going to go C tier. Trevor Ariza is going to go S tier for me, one of the better 3-and-D cards in the game. He's a slightly worse Jordan Walsh in my opinion, but still a very, very good card with a nice release, who defends at a high level and can dunk the ball well. Tyson Chandler will probably be great later in the year if he gets a good budget card like he did last year. He got a card that could shoot last year. That was a really good budget card, but he's 40 speed, 26 shot 3 right now. That's unusable. That's a D tier card. Vernon Maxwell is not unusable by any means, but he's not good, I wouldn't say. Wesley Matthews, I mean, Vernon Maxwell's okay, right? 6'4", 6'7" wingspan, 80 speed, 82 perimeter, 82 lateral, can dunk wide open, can shoot the ball. He's not bad. He's not great, but he's not bad. He's a decent card. Honestly, I think he's good enough. I got Max Christie at A tier. Vernon Maxwell's going to be A tier as well. He's a little better than I realized statistically, actually. Wes Matthews, I do know, is an elite 3-and-D with an amazing release. Very, very good 3-and-D card. Better version of a Michael Cooper. I think he deserves to be S tier. I only have 8 guys in S tier. I think that's where it's going to stay, because World Be Free is A tier. I don't think he's quite S tier either. I don't dislike the card by any means. I think D Brown's probably maybe a little bit better, but I think it's pretty close. World Be Free's a good dunker, but doesn't have great badges. He's a good shooter as well. Doesn't play a ton of defense, but he does have good size at 6'3", 80 speed, 81 shot 3, 88 driving dunk. I like the high driving dunk, but not crazy fast. He's good enough to be A tier for sure, though, so pretty high in A tier. And this is my list right now, the best budget cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Hoping to see Ruby prices start to decrease a little bit, some more better budget cards coming. Would love to see some lower priced Rubies and some Sapphires that are actually really, really nice cards, especially at the center position, because we are in desperate need of some budget centers. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.